right, good morning, Eastern Iowa. This is Careers and Coffee. I'm Dan.
I'm Liz. Good morning.
Good morning. Got coffee going, got my Iowa glass going and my Iowa shirt going. It is September 30th. Buckeyes got a big game tomorrow at home against Michigan. So I'm gearing up for that.
Yeah, we're both Iowa grads, and I don't know, go Hawks. I don't know if they can do it, but I hope it'll be another one of those miracle games.
Yeah, we'll see. Michigan coming into town, ranked number 4, and shameless plug for the Gazette, since Liz and I, we manage Corridor Careers, but work for the Gazette as well. Check out John Stevie and Mike Kloss's columns and articles, so you can view those on thegazette.com. They're writing all sorts of great stuff, or follow them on Twitter. They're great to follow. So
yeah, and Nathan Ford, our sports editor, will be live blogging the game, I'm sure. So
yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, they're not here to talk about football.
They're not. So we're going to talk about careers and have some coffee. And today we're going to talk about lifelong learning. This is something, or Corridor Careers, we sent out an email yesterday, actually on Thursday, talking about lifelong learning. We just thought we'd create a podcast because it's such an important topic. So I think everybody kind of gets the idea of, continued learning throughout, your continuing education or continuing to learn things as you get older. So I guess, Liz, my question for you is, if you were going to learn a new skill, what is your process for doing that? Or what does it look like if you're trying to learn something new?
Yeah, I think everyone who has gone to any kind of school can get kind of caught up in the fact that learning is associated with school, but it doesn't have to. You're learning new things every day, whether you like it or not, because the world is constantly changing and you have to learn things, whether it's begrudgingly or not. So I think if you want to be an active learner and make lifelong learning part of your process, and it's definitely something you should put on your resume if you consider yourself a lifelong learner. That is a keyword that employers are going to be interested in, because adaptability is so important in this workforce right now. You have to be able to potentially learn something new at a job, because the software or the process that they followed last month might have to change this month, or because of different things, especially all these external pressures like supply chain and all these other reasons. We are here at the Corridor Careers. We've had to learn new things like every week. We have to learn something new, and we have to stay on top of the skills that we did learn. You never feel like a master. You always feel like a student, I think.
Yeah.
So I think what's important as a lifelong learner is to kind of clarify, what are your objectives? What do you want to learn? And also kind of let yourself kind of know, what does success look like to me if I'm going to learn this skill? Does it mean that you'll be able to accomplish a task unaided? Does it mean that you will feel confident while you're doing the task? Or does it simply mean that you will know the steps that you need to take in order to do that task? I think if you define those things at the outset, your learning process will be a little bit easier and a little more coordinated.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to relate something that I have going on in my life right now to this, and this, I guess it could be somebody's job, but in my case, so I'm gonna start staining my deck at home. I have a small front porch, and my deck needs stained. It's probably 8 or 10 years, like the stain is all rusting off and everything. So what did I do last night? I got on YouTube and watched 2 or 3 videos on how to stain a deck and the whole process. And I feel fairly confident right now that I can go to Home Depot, get the supplies I need, and get this done in a couple of days, just by learning or watching 30 minutes of videos on YouTube. So for, that could, I feel like that's a good skill to have. but that's obviously not my job. So but yeah, just I think using YouTube. I'm also doing this for work right now. I found a Google advertising course that I've been doing Google ads for quite a while, but I just wanted to check back in, make sure I'm not missing anything. So I found a Google ads course that I'm going through right now on YouTube. uh, if you can't tell, I like learning through video on YouTube. And so, yeah, I'm going through that right now, and just picking up a couple things here and there that are just kind of refreshing skills, I
Mhm.
guess.
Resharpening those skill sets. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting because you're already kind of an expert in that area, but you're taking a moment just to check in with the tools available, especially free tools, to learn, something new about something that you're already familiar with. So that can be a good way to approach learning too. It's like, okay, I feel pretty confident in this. I wonder if there's something else I could do to level up my skills in this area. For me, that would be in the area of product management. So I really love product management, but I'm not like traditionally trained in product management. I've only taken courses online and worked through problems as a product manager. And so that's one area where I'm thinking like, maybe I should start looking at some of the materials out there especially for news organizations and content organizations, about product management. And there are some courses out there that I could take a look at. So that's one area. It's like defining what is it that you want to learn. So I'm going to switch it over to job search because we're getting a little heady into our own issues here. I'm going to share my screen here. So there are free tools out there like Google. Grow on Air is a program that Google has for anyone to up their job skills. And they do have an upcoming event that is a webinar, I believe, where you can improve your resume with practical strategies. And I think that because of the notoriety that Google has, they can bring in like real experts that are going to be very helpful. And all of the Google trainings that I've been through have been extremely helpful to me. So I'm going to share this in the show notes, but you can see there's some other. So like, let's say you take this course. There's other on-demand options that you can look at. So negotiate like a pro, which is really important during that job search process. Like, how do you negotiate a salary? Like if you haven't done it in a while. Or building your professional brand. This can be a little bit hard for some people to understand. Like, well, what's a brand have to do with me as a person? And this course will probably tell you a little bit about your brand being just your persona that you present to others in a professional way. So it might be more relevant to people that are searching for a role that is like in an office type setting or in some kind of setting where you're going to be managing, but it could be more than that. So, and again, I haven't taken this course, but these are all on demand. Career plan to get the job you want, which is great for people who are just starting in their position or maybe starting a new path. And then recruiter insights is cool because that will show you kind of what the perspective from a recruiter is, which is something job seekers always ask us. Like, well, what are they actually looking for? Why can't I get them to call me back or email me back, or what's the right stuff? So we'll throw that in the show notes. But I think there are some good options there, all free. And there are also other options if you want to increase your skills at our local community colleges. So like through Kirkwood, and Iowa Works can get you connected to upskilling options too, which may or may not be with the community college, many of which are paid or free for job seekers who wish to upskill.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to touch on that, having a local community college. And there are all throughout Iowa where you can learn new skills or take courses. And I want to touch on something here that comes to mind when you are maybe thinking about taking a course or just going to learn something at Kirkwood, taking a night course, and that is the social aspect of upskilling, right? So let's say you do enroll in a course at Kirkwood, and it could be related to your job. Maybe it's not related to your job, but let's just say you need to get better at Microsoft Excel, or I don't know, maybe it's product management for you, Liz. They have a product
Yeah.
management course at Kirkwood. And you attend, and there's 20 other people there that are all interested in the same thing. Well, what a great way for you to connect with other people in the community that are interested in the same thing as you. You have an instructor there that's obviously passionate and interested in the topic as well. What a great way to network, build maybe some friends,
Mhm.
some like-minded people that you could hang out with. And who knows where that leads, especially like if you're a job seeker right now. You take a course like that and you connect with several other people, start talking to them about whatever they're interested in, and they're asking about what you want to do with your career, and then all of a sudden that could easily lead to job offers.
Oh yeah. Well, and also taking something like that is going to be extremely encouraging. Like everyone there is going to be rooting for you.
Yeah,
Whenever you take a class, the teacher is always rooting for you. The other students are rooting for you. So it's generally a very positive experience, even if you're struggling. So like if you're not confident in your ability to learn new skills, there are plenty of resources out there now with teachers who offer different ways to teach you, or online courses that allow you to learn at your own pace. We're just better at training now than we were before. And I think that there are opportunities out there, no matter what your skill level is or your past history with learning. There are things that can help you now.
yeah, absolutely. All right. Anything else to add before we sign off for this week's episode of Careers in Coffee?
Nope, we'll put plenty of show notes in for you guys to check out some local resources. But I think what we talked about today for tips were, set some objectives and set your mindset for what you think is successful for you when you're learning a new skill. Do YouTube research or check out the free opportunities on Google, and then potentially check out Kirkwood and the social opportunities to connect with people in your own community.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel too.
Hey,
So
yeah.
whether that's YouTube or share us on Facebook, Instagram, you can find us on LinkedIn as well. So just do a search for Corridor Careers, like our channel, and we appreciate everybody that's watching.
All right. Have a great day.